and gentlemen in the United States. Good afternoon, fellow citizens in UK and in Europe. Good evening, fellow citizens in India and in the Far East. On behalf of the Citizens for Tomorrow, an initiative of Juhi Chawla Mehta, we would like to first of all thank the global team of Stop 5G for inviting us to participate from India. We are located in Mumbai, the gateway of India. We are concerned about EMF radiation in general and not only for 5G. We have had so many deaths of citizens whom we know, prominent citizens and middle-class citizens and citizens from the poor. They were staying close to mobile tower antennae and were receiving the killer electromagnetic field radiation from the antennae 24/7. The industry says prove it, and we say disprove it. They do not have a single study by which they can disprove that the deaths were not due to EMF radiation. We on our own have done a lot of research on the web and locally. Juhi Chawla ji, who is not in Mumbai, she has said in her message that no proof of harm is not proof of no harm. Where are the studies to prove 2G, 3G, 4G are safe? They don't even have for these technologies. And what are we talking about 5G, which has not been introduced in India? They are also spreading lies among citizens of India that the high speed which they are offering is 5G, which is incorrect, and we have rectified their impression with the citizens. Here also we would like to mention that we should inform the citizens on what is 5G and how it will affect our health and above all our privacy. Nobody wants to know how much milk is there in the refrigerator bottle, in the bottle in the refrigerator. That's absolutely not required. You can have electric cars, but we don't want a driverless car. We don't want a technology at the cost of our health and somebody else's wealth. Please, let us have the right impression with the citizens. The radiation at these high levels, which will be used for 5G, are normally used in the military. Even at the time of the Second World War, there is an article on the net about how the American embassy was bombarded with radiation by the Russians in Moscow, after which many of the occupants of the embassy got cancer. So there is no scientific research studies done by the government of India or by the industry. And why is the government and industry pushing this untested technology on us when global scientific studies have proved harm to the environment and more so to humans? Why are the citizens being treated like lab rats? There is a letter which is there from the government of India which says very clearly that no studies have been done supported by the Science and Engineering Research Board have been conducted specifically on the effect of 2G, 3G, 4G and 5G cellular technologies on humans, animals, birds, plants or any other living organism. If there are no research studies done, then why push these technologies onto the citizens? If a new pharmaceutical or a vaccine is to be introduced in the market, why are lab tests required to prove no harm will be there to the citizens by testing them first on rats and rabbits? Are we, without tests, going to be the lab rats of the government? No way. Even take the case of the COVID-19 vaccine. Tests are being conducted, stopped again because they are failing, and restarted. So it will take time. By the time even a vaccine for COVID will be invented, it will take years. We don't know. It is no use giving a target date when nothing is sure. Then we come to insurance. Lloyd's of London and Swiss Re, the insurance giants, exclude paying of illnesses caused by long-term low-level radiation. Why do they exclude these? And this was done because of the advice of Dr. Theodore Litwitz, Professor Emeritus of Physics at the Catholic University of America, and to write in their clauses, exclusion clauses against paying compensation for illnesses caused by continuous long-term low-level radiation. Why? Why do Verizon and AT&T USA also mention in the Liberty Insurance Underwriters Incorporation policy that this one? Why do they say that this insurance does not apply to loss or damage identified in any of the following or directly or indirectly caused by or resulting from any of the following? Under point number 16, pollution, the discharge, dispersal, seepage, migration or escape of pollutants. Pollutants means what? Pollutants means any solid, liquid, gaseous or thermal irritant or contaminant, including smoke, vapor, soot, fumes, acids, alkalis and chemicals. Artificially produced, mind you, artificially produced electric fields, magnetic fields, electromagnetic fields, sound waves, microwaves, and all artificially produced ionizing and non-ionizing radiation and or waste. Waste includes materials to be recycled, reconditioned, or reclaimed. Why? Why, may I know, please? Our Department of Telecommunications in India has advertised in national dailies half-page advertisements. One can imagine how much it costs if 50 papers with half-page in national or in national dailies is advertised. And what do they write on it under precautions? They say, if you have a choice, use a landline, wired phone. Wired is into bracket, not a mobile phone. That means they say, do not use even a cordless phone. Only use a wired phone. Why do they say this? Why does the Department of Telecommunications mention use wired phones and not mobile phones if there is no harm? In fact, they will be at a great advantage if people use the mobile phones monetarily. Then we come to another important factor, that the Honorable Prime Minister of India presently, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, has said microwaves and radiation through mobile towers proved killers to the birds and creatures. Are the citizens of India or the world not creatures? Then we have lies, lies, and more lies being spread by the industry. Maybe I have umpteen number of examples of the lies, and I don't want to point them out here. A humble request to the cellular industry, please don't tell lies, lies, and more lies to fulfill your objective of amassing wealth at the cost of citizens' health. A time will come when there will be no citizens left. Then whom will you sell the 5G technology? Maybe you yourselves will be affected by this technology. Please take care, take precautions. Even for COVID, right now, despite all the precautions, we have lost in our country members of parliament, members of legislative assemblies, and fellow citizens to this dreadful disease. The industry should not exploit the ignorant, the unaware, and many times helpless citizens and fool them with false information, with lies and money power, wooing them with high rents to install mobile towers or cells in their houses and on their terrace. 5G is a bad joke according to the computer world, and if you're thinking of buying a new phone just for high speed millimeter wave 5G, do yourself a favor, says computer world. Don't. That's what they say. Mr. Stephen J. Wogan Nichols, as recent as September 17, 2020, has said this. Please read about it in the computer world. If you need the link, you may contact us. The best argument to stop 5G antennas coming up into your neighborhood in Europe or USA is that it does not work. It does not work. The version of 5G that does work, offered by T-Mobile Sprint, is lower frequency than what we have and actually travels farther, so that there is no need for more antennas close together. Actually, we need less antennas. 5G in reality in the field is actually nearly the same speed or lower than 4G. So there is no need to give it a special permission or a permitting treatment as advanced technology, because it is not advanced. This article from the industry explains all of the above. You should use it when fighting these new 5G antennae in your community, in your country. At this point, 5G is a bad joke according to computer world. Governments, please look after the interests of your citizens, for which the citizens have elected you to the parliaments and assemblies. The governments of all countries should stop acting in nexus with this cellular industry and the captured organizations of theirs, and should look after the interests of the citizens and protect the constitutions of our democracies and the fundamental rights of the citizens as granted by the constitution of our countries. Is COVID-19, tsunami, floods, droughts not enough of a lesson for our governments, that they have to work more to protect the environment and nature? Otherwise, nature can play havoc with us if we play havoc with nature. In the same way, we request you, don't play with our lives with 24/7 radiation coming from satellites, antennae, or lampposts and smart meters. Please allow us to live a healthy life which we want to live. It is our fundamental right in our democracies, granted by the constitutions. Health is my fundamental right, and I shall have it. Thank you.